Did you know that something as simple as a fruit can change your life? Yes, it may seem difficult to believe, but certain foods have the power to transform your health naturally and efficiently. If you are over 40, you already know how the body changes over time. The concerns begin to appear. The energy is no longer the same, and problems that once seemed distant now become real. The prostate, a small but crucial organ, can become a constant concern. The discomfort, the need to go to the bathroom at night, the feeling that something is not right, all this can be a warning sign. But what if I told you that a simple food choice can make all the difference? It is no exaggeration. Doctors such as Dr. Barbara Oil and numerous studies already point out that certain foods help reduce prostate swelling, improve urinary function, and even decrease the risk of more serious diseases. Best of all, with no expensive medicines, no unwanted side effects, just with simple choices you can make in your daily life. So stay here with me until the end, because today I will reveal the 6 most powerful fruits for the health of the prostate. Each has a unique benefit, and the latter on the list may be the key you were looking for. If you want to take better care of your health and avoid problems in the future, don't skip anything. The first on our list is a true jewel of nature, a small but loaded fruit of antioxidants that can help reduce inflammation and prevent serious diseases. Have you ever felt that uncomfortable pain when urinating? The feeling that the bladder never completely emptied? This can be a warning sign, but this fruit has properties that help combat these symptoms and restore body balance. We are talking about pomegranate. With more antioxidants than green tea or red wine, this fruit can be a real shield for the prostate. Antioxidants are essential to combat free radicals, which damage cells and can contribute to abnormal prostate growth. But it doesn't stop there. Pomegranate also has anti-inflammatory properties that help reduce irritation and pain. If you've spent nights in clear because of the urgency to urinate, you know how frustrating it can be. Now imagine being able to reduce this problem just including pomegranate in your diet. You can drink the juice, add the seeds to your meals, or even make teas. Small changes can bring great results. If you think you've heard everything, wait until you know fruit number 5, a sweet and juicy option that can be a true gift for your body. We are talking about papaya. This tropical fruit is known to be rich in lycopene, a powerful antioxidant who helps protect the prostate against premature aging and abnormal growth of cells. Have you ever looked into the mirror and felt that time passed too fast? The skin changes, the body does not respond the same way, and the worst, health begins to give signs of wear. But papaya lycopene can help slow these processes and keep the prostate healthy longer. In addition, papaya is papain-rich, an enzyme that improves digestion and reduces inflammation. If you have already felt intestinal discomfort, you know how it can affect the whole body. Prostate health is directly linked to digestion and immune system. The healthier the gut, the lower the risk of chronic inflammation that may affect the prostate. If you do not include papaya in your daily life, you are missing a great opportunity to strengthen your health naturally. Now, tell me in the comments, do you already consume any of these fruits? Right, I have hope if you believe that even the biggest challenges can be overcome. In 4th place on our list, we have an old acquaintance of the kitchen, but many people underestimate when it comes to the health of the prostate, the tomato. Yes, that ingredient that is always present in meals, but can be much more than just a follow-up. Lycopene, the same antioxidant found in papaya, is present in large quantities in tomatoes. But here is an important detail. For maximum benefits, tomato needs to be cooked. This increases the absorption of lycopene through the body, making it even more efficient in protecting the prostate. Have you ever felt that difficulty urinating? The flow that was once strong now seems weak and time-consuming. This can be a sign of benign prostatic hyperplasia, a problem that affects many men over the years. But including cooked tomatoes in your diet can help relieve these symptoms and restore balance. Whether in sauces, soups, or sautéed, this versatile fruit can be a great ally. If you believe God never leaves you, write "I have faith" in the comments. And now we get to fruit number 3, which can surprise many people. You open that avocado can be one of the best foods for male health. It is not only delicious, but also rich in healthy fats that help improve blood circulation and reduce inflammation. If you have already felt extreme tiredness, lack of disposition, or even changes in mood, know that testosterone may be falling. Avocado contains nutrients that stimulate the production of this essential hormone for male vitality. But the benefits don't stop there. Studies indicate that avocado bioactive compounds may inhibit the growth of cancer cells in the prostate. This means that this fruit can be a powerful ally in preventing the most serious problems in the future. You can consume pure avocado in vitamins or even prepare healthy recipes like guacamole. The important thing is to ensure that it is part of your diet regularly. If you believe God is preparing the best for your life, write "I trust" in the comments. Now let's talk about the second fruit of our list. And this may surprise many people, the pear. Yes, that simple and often forgotten fruit can be a real shield against inflammation and urinary problems. Rich in flavonoids and vitamin C, pear helps reduce oxidative stress, one of the main responsible for premature prostate aging. In addition, pear contains pectin, a soluble fiber that improves digestion and strengthens the immune system. As we mentioned, intestinal health is directly linked to the health of the prostate. A healthy gut means less inflammation and a more balanced organism. If you suffer from constipation or slow digestion, pear can be an excellent natural solution to improve these problems. And finally, we arrived at the number one fruit on our list, a refreshing, moisturizing, and benefit-loaded option. Do you have any idea what? Leave "I trust God" in the comments you feel your victory is coming. Now tell me, which of these fruits you already consume regularly? I want to know your opinion. Fruit number one on our list is a true gift of nature. Many see her only as a refreshing snack on hot days, but the truth is that it can be the key to avoiding one of the biggest nightmares of male health, prostate cancer. We are talking about watermelon. That's right. Such a simple fruit, so common, but it hides immense power when it comes to the health of the prostate. What if I tell you that ignoring this information can cost too much? Watermelon is loaded with lycopene, an antioxidant that has already been linked to a significant reduction in the risk of prostate cancer. The same lycopene found in tomato and papaya, but with one advantage. Watermelon also contains citrulline, an amino acid that improves blood circulation and reduces inflammation. This means that in addition to protecting the prostate, it can also help improve your energy, disposition, and even cardiovascular health. Now stop and think. How many men ignore simple signs and only realize the problem when it's too late? Waking up several times at night to go to the bathroom, feeling discomfort when urinating, having difficulties in intimate life. These are symptoms that many prefer to ignore, but they can be the first signs of something much bigger. And do you know what is worse? Many people believe these problems are part of aging and that there is nothing they can do. But this is not true. There are simple choices that can completely change your life, and include the right fruits in food is one of them. Now I ask you, have you felt that something is not right with your health, but preferred to postpone the decision to take care of it? How many times have you thought about making an appointment but ended up leaving it for later? What is keeping you from taking action now? The truth is that most people only change when pain becomes unbearable. But why wait to get to that point? Why wait for the problem to get worse when you can start acting now? Now that you know the 6 most powerful fruits for prostate health, you have a choice to make. You can simply ignore this information and keep risking your health, or you can take action right now and start including these fruits in your daily life. And remember, time does not wait for anyone. With each passing day, without you taking care of your health, is a day less of quality of life. Have you ever stopped to think about it? If you really care about your health, share this knowledge with others. How many friends, siblings, parents, or husbands may be suffering now without knowing that there is a simple solution? Don't wait. Send to 3 WhatsApp contacts and write "Amen." Today, God will open the right doors for you. And before closing, I want to ask you one last question. Which of these fruits do you consume regularly? Tell me in the comments. And send "You have stayed here." Write "I trust God" in the comments so that I know that you are committed to your health. Are you still here? So that means you really care about your health. But tell me, have you ever wondered what can happen if you keep ignoring the signs of your body? The truth is hard, but it needs to be told. How many men have already regretted not being careful of the prostate in time? How many lost their quality of life because of a decision that could have been avoided? Have you ever seen someone close to go through this? Maybe a father, a brother, a friend. What if it's the next one? The worst mistake someone can make is to believe it's immune. Many think that just because they are feeling well now, they will be well forever. But prostate diseases are silent. They start slowly, without fanfare, without great symptoms at the beginning. But when they really appear, it may be too late. Imagine yourself in 5 years. You may be living with energy, disposition, without pain, without worries, sleeping quietly and without waking up all night to go to the bathroom. Or maybe stuck with endless medical appointments, taking expensive medicines, depending on painful procedures, without control over your own body. Which of these realities do you want for you? If you chose the first option, continue here, because now we go beyond. If you really want to protect your health, you need to understand not only which foods are good, but also what are the worst enemies of your prostate. You may be consuming something daily that destroys your prostate without you realizing it. That's right. While some fruits help keep your health up to date, certain foods are sabotaging your body, and maybe you consume them without knowing the danger that runs. The first villain is one of the most treacherous: the processed meats. Bacon, sausage, ham, sausage, embedded in general. All of this is loaded with inflammatory substances, which increase the risk of abnormal growth of the prostate. Studies show that men who consume these foods often have a much higher risk of developing prostate cancer. And the second, this one can shock you: dairy products. Yes, the milk and its derivatives. You may have heard throughout your life that milk is good, but the truth is that it can be a hidden enemy of the prostate. Studies show that excessive consumption of dairy increases the levels of inflammation in the body, and this chronic inflammation can lead to prostate growth. Do you feel the bladder full all the time? Wake up several times at night? Do you feel discomfort when urinating? It can be a warning sign. Now think, how many of these traps have you fallen without realizing it? How many times have you consumed these foods thinking it was okay, not knowing the damage they were causing inside your body? And don't stop there. If you really want to protect your prostate, you need to know that refined sugar can be one of the worst poisons. It feeds inflammatory processes in the body, weakens the immune system, and is directly linked to the abnormal growth of prostate cells. This means that every spoon of sugar in the coffee may be bringing you closer to a diagnosis you don't want to receive. If you still have doubts, think about it. Most men only find that they have a serious problem when it's too late. And why does this happen? Because they ignore the signs, because they think they are fine, because they leave it for later. But I ask you, how much is your health? How much is your peace of mind worth? Are you willing to take the risk? If it has come here, it is because you know something needs to change. You don't want to be one more in statistics. You don't want to go through this. So make a decision now. And remember, it's no use just knowing this information. You need to act. Knowing which fruits help, which foods avoid, and keep eating wrong will not change anything. You need to put this into practice. And I want to know, which of these changes are you going to make first? Will you start including powerful fruits in your diet? Will you cut dangerous foods? Write in the comments, "I choose health," to show that you are committed to this change. And now pay attention, because I will reveal a mistake that almost everyone makes, and that may be ruining your prostate without you realizing it. Did you know that the simple act of sitting for a long time can be harmful to your prostate? Yes, lack of movement and poor blood circulation can increase inflammation and contribute to the swelling of the prostate. If you spend hours sitting at work, in the car, or even watching TV, you need to change it now. Get up, walk, move. Your body needs this to work well. Now tell me, did you know this information? Do you have pain when you are sitting a long time? Have you noticed that your energy is no longer the same? That your DS position is falling? This is no coincidence. These are signs of your body asking for help. And I ask you, will you keep ignoring? Will you keep postponing? Or are you going to take action now? If this message made sense to you, share with those who need to hear this. Your father, your brother, your friend. Many people do not have access to this information and may be suffering without knowing how to improve. What if you can save someone just by sending this knowledge? Now write in the comments, "I have hope," if you believe it is still time to change. And if you want more content like this, keep following, because I still have a lot to tell you. The decision is in your hands. What are you going to do with this information? Do you really think you can keep ignoring the signs of your body? Do you think you can wait until the last moment to act? Let me tell you a cruel truth. Whoever expects too much ends up paying a high price. And this price is not just suffering, it is not just discomfort. The price can be its quality of life, its independence, its dignity. Have you seen someone who has lost control over your own body? Can you no longer decide when and how to go to the bathroom? What do you need to depend on others for the simplest things? This does not happen overnight. This begins with small daily neglect. And when you notice, it's too late. Now answer me sincerely. Do you want to be this person? Do you want to be stuck in a problem that could have been avoided? Want to live sorry for not acting before? Because I can guarantee you one thing. Those who ignored the signs today are the ones who regret the most tomorrow. But here is the good news. There is still time. If you are reading this, it means you have a choice. You can keep doing everything the same and risk, or you can start acting now and protect your health while there is still time. And the first step is to understand that the prostate is not just a problem of men. Women who ignore this subject may be putting their husbands, parents, and children at risk. If you love someone, worry about someone, you can't just pretend this information doesn't exist. How many wives have seen their husbands suffering because they did not give importance to the first signs? How many children have lost their parents because they did not encourage change in time? If you are a woman who cares about your family's health, you need to share it with those you love. And if you are a man, you need to understand that it is not just about you. Who suffers from their suffering? Your wife, your children, your grandchildren. Now answer me. If you could avoid your family's suffering, wouldn't you do that? So why are you still postponing? Why are you still leaving for later? What is missing for you to take action? The truth is that many people expect the problem to appear to look for a solution. But do you know what happens when you expect? The problem is already too big to be resolved easily. If you have already had a hard time urinating, if you have felt that your bladder never completely emptied, if you have woken up several times at night to go to the bathroom, this can be an alert, and ignoring this warning can be expensive, very expensive. Now tell me, will you wait for the worst to happen or will act now? And before continuing, I want to make a request. If you really care about your health or the health of someone you love, share this information. Don't wait. Send to 3 WhatsApp contacts and write Amen. Today God will open the right doors for you. Now let's go to something that almost no one tells you. The small changes in your daily life that can make a huge difference in your prostate. The first thing you need to change immediately is how much water you drink. Most people simply don't moisturize enough, and a dehydrated prostate is a sick prostate. But beware, drinking wrong water can be as dangerous as not drinking. If you drink little water during the day and try to compensate at night, you are overloading your bladder. This means that it will wake up several times to urinate and may be forcing your prostate even more. The right thing is to drink water in a balanced way throughout the day. Another thing that destroys your prostate without you realizing is excessive caffeine consumption. Coffee can be a great stimulant, but if you overdo it, it may be contributing to the inflammation of the prostate. Worse, caffeine can increase bladder irritation, causing urinary urgency and discomfort. Now a detail that few people say. Stress can be one of the greatest enemies of your prostate. What happens to your body when you are stressed? The pressure rises, the hormones get out of control, inflammation increases, and an inflamed prostate means more to the bathroom, more discomfort, more risk of serious problems in the future. Now stop for a moment and reflect what you can. It changed from today. If you really want to protect your prostate, you need to take action now. Don't leave it for tomorrow. Do not ignore this information. Time does not expect. The diseases do not expect. And now I want to know, which of these changes will you start applying today? Write in the comments, I choose health, to show that you are committed to this change, and continue with me because there is still something very important that you need to know. Now that you have understood the severity of the situation, the question that remains is, what may be hurting your prostate without you realizing? Because believe me, there is a mistake that most people make daily and that may be silently accelerating the decline of your health. What if I told you that something you do every day may be paving the way to a serious and irreversible problem? I'm talking about something you may never have related to your prostate, but it may be slowly destroying your health, the way you sleep. That's right. Your sleep has a direct impact on the functioning of your body, and if you are not sleeping the right way, you may be preparing the terrain for problems that will manifest in the coming years. Have you noticed how you wake up tired, even after hours in bed? Have you ever felt your energy decrease throughout the day without explanation? Have you been through times when your body simply didn't respond as before? This may not just be natural aging. This can be a warning that your health is deteriorating inside. What few know is that poor quality sleep can increase levels of inflammation in the body, raise stress, and completely deregulate your hormones. And all this directly affects the prostate. Men who sleep badly have a higher risk of prostate growth, greater propensity to urinary problems, and a much higher risk of developing serious diseases. And if you think a little sleeping here and there is no bad, think again. The problem is not just a bad night. It is the accumulation of bad nights over the years that silently destroy their health. What if I told you that the way you breathe while sleeping may be hurting your prostate? That's right. If you snore, wake up with a dry mouth, or feel you need more air at night, you may be suffering from sleep apnea. Apnea reduces the oxygenation of your body, increases inflammation, overloads your heart, and may be undermining your health without you realizing it. And the prostate feels that. Now think, how old have you lost sleeping badly without knowing the impact it would have on your body? But the worst is yet to come, because there is something that almost no one tells you, and that may be ruining your prostate without you realizing it. And you do it every day. Do you know what I'm talking about? Of the simple act of sitting. That's right. Staying too long may be destroying your prostate without you noticing. Now tell me, how many hours a day do you sit down? Whether at work, driving, watching TV, or stirring on your cell phone. If you spend long periods sitting, your prostate may be suffering without you realizing it. The reason? Simple. Blood circulation is impaired, increasing the risk of inflammation and prostate growth. Blood flow becomes limited, oxygen is not as it should, and this may be contributing to that sensation of weight, discomfort, and even pain when urinating. And don't think that getting up from time to time resolves. If you don't have an active routine, the risk remains high. Now I ask you, how long have you lost without this information? How much of your health has been affected by these habits that seemed harmless? And what are you going to do about now? Because the truth is one, you have two choices. You can ignore all this, keep living the same way, and risk one day, look back and regret. Or you can take action now and start changing your habits before it's too late. And before continuing, I want to make a very important request. If you really value your health or worry about someone who may be suffering from these problems, share this message. Someone you love may be destroying health without knowing, and you can be the person who changes it. Now let's talk about something you may never have related to your prostate, but it may be one of the biggest silent villains: alcohol consumption. Have you ever stopped to think about the impact that alcohol has on your body? Most people think only of the liver, but alcohol has a devastating effect on the prostate. Frequent alcohol consumption can irritate urinary tracts, increase inflammation, and overload the hormonal system, contributing to uncontrolled prostate growth. Now tell me, how many times have you ever had a beer or drink without imagining what this was doing with your health? What if I tell you that for many men, is this the detail that makes all the difference between a healthy prostate and a sick prostate? What are you going to do with this information? Will you simply ignore, or are you going to take action now to protect your health before it's too late? If you have gotten here, it is because it really cares. So I ask you, are you ready to do what needs to be done? If the answer is yes, tell me in the comments, I choose my health. And before ending, I want to leave a final warning. Don't ignore the signs of your body. If you feel something is not right, don't expect you to get worse. Because health is like a clock. When the gears stop, it may be too late to fix. If you believe that God is preparing the best for your life, let it I trust in the comments. And if this content has made sense to you, share it with someone who needs to know it. Now tell me, which of this information has impacted you the most? I want to know your opinion. If you have gotten here, it is because you know that your health is your most precious asset. You understand that you can no longer ignore the signs. You can no longer leave it for later. You can no longer pretend that everything is fine while your body asks for help. And now you have a choice. You can simply close this content and get back to your routine, ignoring everything you have learned here. Or you can take action now. Start making minor changes that, over time, can save your health, quality of life, and even avoid a painful destination. The truth is hard, but it needs to be said. Time does not expect. Your body does not expect. The disease does not expect. With each passing day, without you taking an attitude, is a day less healthy. One day, less of energy. One day, less to enjoy who you love. And now I ask you, what are you going to do with this information? Will you ignore? Are you going to pretend you didn't read? Will you leave it for tomorrow? Or will it start to change now while still time? If the answer is yes, leave in the comments. I choose to live with health so that I know that you will no longer accept putting your health at risk. If this message has touched your heart, if you feel that this information can help others, share it with those who need it. Do not keep this knowledge just for you. It may be the difference between someone suffering in the future or living with health and dignity. And remember, God takes care of those who do his part. If you believe God is guiding you to a path of more health and protection, write I trust God in the comments. Now go and make a decision because the time to act is now.